Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson, episode 3 in our series, How to Win Bikini. We're going to talk about actual contest prep. Go figure, Contest Prep University. But having discussed some of the division criteria changes, some of the evolutions there, then discussing training a little bit, let's just say now you're ready to flow into prep. This, at the time of the recording, is the end of a contest season. So I already have a lot of client inquiries coming up for 2023. Some of them are early. So, April shows May. Here it is November. And I'm saying, okay, like it's time to go. We're just kind of wrapping up this season. It's already time to put the pedal down for people moving in. So I always have to start with the fact that having an overall trajectory, an arc of progress, the full picture in mind is important. And one brand new client said to me, which is so common, Adam, you'll probably chuckle, hey, I don't think we need to start until later on in December because I only need 16 weeks. And yet she has about 20 to 25 pounds to lose. And I said, maybe 16 weeks of pretty good dieting, but we want to be ready early. We got to factor in the holidays. We got to factor in weeks where progress may not come as linearly. So maybe we should start now, and we'll carve out 16 good weeks inside of this 20 or 24 weeks. So my first principle in contest prep is you got to be ready early because that's your only shot of being ready on time. And if you are lucky enough to be ready early, that's even not early. That's on time. That's given us a chance to go through some food increases and get you fuller and more resilient to carb increases without spillover, all that good stuff. So over to you, Adam. What do you think about the whole big picture of contest prep approach for a bikini competitor?
Yeah, especially now with the leanness, I think you want to err on the caution of more time. I think that I kind of talked about this on another podcast. People are the first to attack something that they can't do. So when people hear my client's contest prep was 24 or maybe even 30 weeks, depending on how in shape they were, you'll have these outliers that just seem like experts that pop out and say that's too long of a prep. And I'll usually go their page and I'm like, you looked like you prepped about 8 weeks. So you didn't prep long enough. Or people just get really intimidated by the fact that someone's doing something that they couldn't commit to, even if they have competed before. So the rules of a 12 or 16, and I still get inquiries that are like, I want the 16-week prep. And I usually have those same conversations as you do, where maybe it is 16 weeks of actual hard prep, but it's 20 of us working together, 24, so we can manicure a reverse into the show, factor in some diet breaks along the way. If it's our first time working together too, that makes it kind of difficult. And if the person's just a first timer, they're going to need more time.
So true. Those last 2 points are absolutely critical. And I would say, even after 25 plus years of coaching, if I make a mistake, it's still the same mistake and I hate it. And that is if I'm working with a client I haven't worked with before and I've kind of trusted their perception of calorie need and metabolism, we get rolling and progress isn't that fast. It's not great. I'm like, oh, let's give it time. Let's see. And you don't want to go too low too quickly. Pretty soon we've lost a month or 6 weeks or 8 weeks and we just haven't really moved the needle that much. And I know in my own prep, I was always the opposite. It's like I couldn't wait. Okay, it's 20 weeks out, it's 24. Like, go, it's go time. I would want to go like redlining fifth gear on day one just to make sure I had a shot of being ready on time. And that kind of aggression is sometimes tougher to do with clients. But if you miss that opportunity to be ready on time or be ready early, it's catastrophic. And so it's something I have to remind myself and remind my clients, like, man, let's get the hard work done now. Trust me,
Mhm.
you'll like it for so many reasons. When you're ready early, you're ready on time, and you can start pulling back and filling out at the end.
Yeah, I think that a lot of coaches struggle with being nice in those conversations. And at the end of the day, it's not really being nice to kind of lie to somebody to please them because they're asking for your advice. And, it's okay to have a slight bit of conflict with coach client relationship, and maybe coming to a medium. Maybe you agree on 18 weeks, but you're like, if we're choosing 18, I'm going to be really hard on you on those first 2 weeks of prep to make sure we get the ball rolling right away.
Look at us. We're just being asshole coaches for this episode. That's the bottom line. We're going to slave drivers. Just make sure you get ready. But it is important and a really good overall principle for prep. But a good contest prep has to lead into a good peak week. And that's what we're going to talk about in episode 4. So stick with us, guys. Look for that one. We'll see you next time in Contest Prep University.